guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. I upload 5 times a week, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I have a ton of videos planned over the next few weeks and I cannot wait to share them with you. But I'm really excited about today's video. It was so much fun to kind of find these products, and I don't know why, but I've never done a video like this on my channel, and I haven't really watched a lot of these videos on YouTube. I follow Instagram accounts like dedicated to this, but I don't know why I don't watch more YouTube videos because it is a great way to save money. So today I'm sharing some drugstore or less expensive alternatives for higher end products or dupes. So I went through my collection, I swatched a bunch of products, I compared a ton of them, and I found some really great drugstore affordable products that are almost exactly the same as some of the higher end options. I love higher end makeup for sure, but I feel like it's important to know there are so many drugstore alternatives out there that are just as good, if not as good as higher end makeup, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to get the same look that people are getting with higher end products. So I hope this video is helpful. I hope I can save you some money. If you guys do find it helpful, please like this video and let me know in the comments below. And if you guys know of any dupes, please let us know in the comments below so we can check them out. I personally would love to add them to my wish list if I haven't already, because that would be a great way to save some money. So let's jump into it. So if you guys have been around my channel at all, you might know that I am currently in love with the Tarte Pro palette. It has been one of my favorite palettes because the shadows are just so beautiful. You get 16 matte shadows and 4 shimmer shades. I really love the matte shadow formula. I feel like they are blendable, they're pigmented. The colors in this palette are really beautiful, and I feel like they're a little bit more unique compared to some of the other palettes that I own, but still really wearable. I think this palette retails for right around the $60 range, maybe a few dollars less, which is very expensive. I personally do think it is worth the price because I have been using it a lot lately, and I feel like the shadows are good quality, but I did find a drugstore alternative. Obviously, it's not a complete dupe because this one comes with 20 shadows, and this palette only comes with 10, but it's really comparable to 10 of the shadows inside this palette. So this one is from e.l.f, and it is their Mad for Matte 2 palette. It comes with 10 different matte eyeshadows. I'll do a side-by-side comparison for you so you can get a look at how closely they match, but I just wanted to share them with you guys because if you are not interested in spending the money on the Tarte Pro palette, then the e.l.f. Mad for Matte 2 is a great alternative. The shadow formula is actually very similar to the formula in the Tarte Pro palette. They are matte, they're pigmented, they're blendable, and some of the colors are an exact dupe. Some of them are slightly warmer or slightly cooler, but honestly, it is very, very close. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. I know it's not an exact dupe, and sometimes people only want to see exact dupes, but truthfully, if you could spend $10 instead of like $50 or $60 and get a similar look, I would definitely recommend it. So I know this next product isn't exactly a new dupe or a new discovery by any means, but I wanted to share it with those of you that might not know this because I personally didn't know it until recently. Makeup Revolution is actually a very affordable brand that is sold at Ulta and online, and they actually had dupes for a lot of the higher end palettes. So they duped the Naked palettes, the Chocolate Bar palettes, the Lorac Pro palettes. So if you guys are looking for similar shades but you don't want to spend the money on the higher end version, definitely check out Makeup Revolution. I personally don't have all of them. I have the Makeup Revolution Iconic 3, which is comparable to Urban Decay's Naked 3, and they look so similar. Honestly, once the shadows are on the eyes, you really can't notice a huge difference, and the quality of these palettes is actually really beautiful. The first time I tried it, I was really surprised. I'm actually wearing Makeup Revolution eyeshadows on my eyes today. It's a different palette, but they're very pigmented in my opinion, especially for a super affordable palette. So I would recommend checking them out. So I am a huge fan of the Too Faced Papadome Peach Blush. It is so beautiful on the skin. It's a gorgeous peachy coral with some really subtle shimmer in it. So when you apply it to the skin, you don't really notice the shimmer, but it more so makes your skin look like it's glowing. So the drugstore dupe that I found is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in the shade Peachy Cheeky. This is actually one of my favorite products in the entire world. The formula is just so beautiful and blendable, and again, I've always said that this blush kind of makes you look like you're glowing. So I was so surprised by how similar these blushes were. Honestly, they look very different in the pan because the e.l.f. Baked Blush has a little bit of like a darker veining running throughout it, but you can't seem to notice that once you apply it to the skin. So I am a fan of the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the shade Soft and Gentle. I have very few MAC products. I recently just tried a few like a couple months ago, and this one has been one of my favorites. MAC products are pretty expensive though, so I was so happy when I was swatching a bunch of highlighters next to each other and I noticed that the e.l.f. Baked highlighter in the shade Moonlight Pearls is almost an exact dupe. I know some people have trouble with these e.l.f. baked highlighters, but a lot of you guys gave me the tip to just scrape off the top layer and then the product works perfectly fine. And now that I've gotten past that top layer, I really have noticed that the product itself is really beautiful. I almost think I prefer the e.l.f. baked highlighter because it's a little bit less glittery, but on the hand and on the skin, they look exactly the same. If you can get past that first layer of the e.l.f. baked highlighters, this is definitely an affordable option compared to the MAC highlighter. So I had to share that one with you guys. The next product that I want to talk about is theBalm's Mary-Lou Manizer. This is one of my favorite highlighters. The formula is just so smooth and blendable and the color is so gorgeous. It can be hard to find a highlighter if you have a more fair skin tone, but I think this one looks so beautiful on fair skin tones. I mean, and obviously you can use it if you have a medium or dark skin tone as well. It has a little bit more of a yellow undertone, and a lot of my highlighters don't really have that pale yellow undertone, so it was hard to find a product that looked like this one. But I swatched the Hard Candy Baked Bronzer in Tiki next to it, and it actually looks so similar. The formulas are slightly different because Tiki is a baked formula, so it's not quite as soft as the Balm's Mary-Lou Manizer, but I feel like if you have oily skin, baked bronzers or baked highlighters are a good option because they tend to stay in place a little bit longer. They look really close in the pan. The baked bronzer obviously has like a few other colors mixed into it, but once you swatch them on the hand, they look so similar, and when you wear them on the face, you will not even notice a difference at all. So I recently shared that I grabbed the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara in an Ulta haul. I think it was last month, and I've heard so many good things about this mascara, so I had to try it out for myself. I've been a big fan of it. It's definitely been my favorite mascara recently, but the very first time that I tried it, I knew that it reminded me of the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I have to say, I think they are so similar that you could probably skip the IT Cosmetics mascara and go for the Essence Lash Princess. The brushes are almost identical in my opinion. I'll hold them up next to each other so you can get an idea. Both of these mascaras are great at lengthening the lashes, but also adding a little bit of volume. I would say they're more lengthening than volumizing mascaras, but they kind of do an all-around good job, which is why I was really drawn to both of them separately. Other than the brush, I think the formula is also really similar. I think the IT Cosmetics formula might be slightly drier than the Essence Lash Princess, but if you use this a few times and it gets a chance to kind of just dry up a little bit, you really won't be able to notice a difference. So I would definitely recommend skipping this one and going for the Essence Lash Princess if you want to save some money because they're so similar in my opinion. So I've been using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. This is their waterproof liquid liner in the shade Trooper, and I love this eyeliner. I think it is so beautiful. It's so easy to use because I'm a huge fan of brush tip liners. I feel like they just apply the eyeliner so easily and effortlessly, and I have to say Trooper is very dark. Like sometimes you get an eyeliner and it's not completely black, it's like a lighter black. This one is just so dark and dramatic, so I love it. But it is almost exactly the same as my Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum. I'm sure somebody else has discovered this dupe because they are so similar that it's hard really to not notice. The tip looks exactly the same. I would say that the Kat Von D tapers off to maybe a little bit more of a pointed tip, but you really can't notice. Again, these are only things that you'll notice if you are makeup obsessed. If you're not, it honestly wouldn't cross your mind. I feel like they both stay in place the same, they apply the same, and they look the same in my opinion. Just make sure that if you are trying the Physicians Formula eyeliner, don't get the one in black. Make sure you get ultra black because the black one is almost more of like a dark gray, at least on me. Okay, and to finish it off, I have 4 lip product dupes to share with you guys, and I actually probably could have gone on and gotten so many lip product dupes in my collection, especially with ColourPop because they make so many different shades, so I feel like they can dupe a lot of the higher end products. But I just stopped at 4 because I didn't want to overwhelm you guys with lip product dupes. If you want to see a whole separate video on lip product dupes, make sure you let me know in the comments below and I would definitely film it for you. In the meantime, let me show you guys the ones that I found. So the first one I found I was really excited about. I have been a big fan of these bareMinerals lip glosses for a while. I think they are just like a good go-to everyday lip gloss. They work really beautifully on top of lipsticks, but you can also use them on their own if you just want an easy gloss to apply. So I have this one. Oh no, it doesn't have the shade on the bottom. It looks like my dogs might have gotten a hold of this one. I'll put the shade name on the screen so you guys can see it. But the comparable dupe that's almost exactly the same is the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Finders Keepers. It's like an exact color match. They look exactly the same in the tube, on the lips, on the hand, but also the formula is extremely similar. I like these bareMinerals glosses because they're not sticky on the lips, but they still kind of stay in place and they give your lips a really beautiful sheen. The ColourPop glosses are exactly the same. This one is in a cream formula, so it doesn't have any shimmer in it and it just looks gorgeous on the lips. So I definitely recommend grabbing Finders Keepers over the bareMinerals gloss because it is so much more affordable. I just realized I duped all of these products with ColourPop products, which I did not do on purpose, but ColourPop just has so many different colors and finishes, so that must be the reason why I did that. And I do have quite a few ColourPop products. So the next one is the Urban Decay Comfort Matte Lipstick in the shade Back Talk. This has been one of my favorite lipsticks over the past few months, and I tried to dupe this one. Like some of them I was just kind of swatching products and I discovered a dupe on accident, I guess, but I tried to find a more affordable option for this one because I love this lipstick so much. The formula is just really beautiful because it is a matte lipstick, but it also is very comfortable on the lips. So the dupe I found is the ColourPop Matte Lippy Stick in the shade Contempo. So the finish is the same, the color is the same. I think that the Urban Decay lipstick might be very, very, very slightly darker, but again, you will not even notice it once it's on the lips. And the great part is that the Urban Decay Matte Lippy Sticks are so comfortable on the lips. So I did find dupes for two of my favorite Stila Stay All Day liquid lipsticks. I love this lipstick formula. I feel like it just goes on beautifully and it does stay in place all day long, but on top of that, it's a little bit more comfortable than other liquid lipsticks in my opinion. So I do feel like they are worth the money, but if you've been wanting a shade similar to these, but you don't want to spend the money on them, then I've got you covered. Like I said, Patina is one of my favorite colors, but ColourPop's Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Clueless is almost exactly the same. I almost didn't swatch these next to each other because Clueless looks different in the tube than Patina. It looks a lot lighter, but once you apply it and then you let it dry, it looks almost exactly the same. So if you've been wanting to try Patina, I know that it is a more popular color. Definitely try Clueless in the meantime if you don't want to spend as much money. I think the ColourPop ones are like $6 and these are almost like 4 times the price. So it really is a great deal to try this one. And then Stila's lipstick in the shade Bella is one of my favorites, especially for summer. It's just a bright hot pink. It looks so gorgeous on the lips no matter what your skin tone. So ColourPop's Highball is also one of my favorites. So I actually thought of this one off the top of my head because I love Highball. I wear it so often in the summertime, and I also love Bella. So when I swatched them next to each other, they were almost identical. In my opinion, I really think it is worth grabbing the ColourPop option because this isn't a shade that I personally wear all the time. So if you want a pop of pink but you don't wear it as much, the ColourPop option is a great alternative because it is so much more affordable and you don't have to spend so much money on a shade you're only going to wear once in a while. Okay guys, that is all that I have for you today. I hope this video wasn't too long, but I definitely wanted to go through and share some of the things that I found. I hope this video was helpful. Make sure you let me know in the comments below if you will be trying out any of these products or if you have any recommendations for me so I can try them out. Otherwise, I hope that you guys have a great day and I will see you in my next video. Bye.